Q, this past weekend, UFC 229.
Mm-hmm.
It went down, highly anticipated.
Yeah.
We were watching together. Forget all the prelims, forget the first 4 fights on the main card. I want to go straight into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor losing 4th round submission to Khabib.
Yeah.
You watched the fight. Let the white belts know what you thought about it.
I must have been depressed for all of Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, I woke up that next day. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't feel like eating.
Right.
I didn't want to drink. I didn't really want to talk to anyone, and so I didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
When someone that you love as much as I love Conor takes an L,
Yes.
it affects you.
You take the L.
I took an L, basically.
Yes.
I got mauled by Khabib over the weekend.
Yes.
And honestly, yeah, I was pretty bummed out about it. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about the fight?
Well, you know what? We can talk about the fight after.
The
I
brawl.
want to talk to you about, yes, what happened after the
Was
fight.
that the question
brawl.
that you asked?
Because I know we had a viewing party here. Shout out the 229 viewing party hosted by the Two White Belts.
Know it.
And it was manic.
Mm-hmm.
People were screaming, drinks were falling.
Mm-hmm.
It was nuts, including myself. I lost my voice.
Yeah.
What did you think about the brawl?
The brawl specifically, I thought the brawl was surprising because we've seen Khabib, no matter what Conor said throughout this whole interaction, this whole week,
Right.
Khabib's been able to kind of just stay calm. Maybe a little bit in the early press conference when he started talking about his dad and his religion, he was like, I don't drink or whatever happened in that melee or back and forth, but Khabib kept a nice calm profile.
Yes.
And so I understand it when you basically had to control your emotions for that long.
Right.
And someone's still bumping their gums a la Dylan Dennis. You're probably going to get to a point where you're like, you know what? Enough's a goddamn enough. I'm going to mess this guy up.
Yes.
But I was still shocked by it. I mean, you've never seen Khabib act like that in prior fights. This guy is like the epitome of a well-controlled person.
Yes.
It
was exciting.
It was exciting. It was spectacle. After that bout, I mean, I couldn't sleep until about 3 a.m. I was still watching like fight coverage and trying to figure out what happened, who sparked it. And so, as a spectacle, it was very entertaining.
Yes.
And I do like to be entertained, and so I enjoyed the entertainment factor of the brawl. Give me some of your thoughts.
Listen, at first, you know what? I went through the range of emotions.
Okay.
So at first, I was so happy. I was celebrating. And then I realized, like, oh no, pump the brakes, Raj. This actually probably isn't great for the sport. You know? Because I can understand Khabib's position, you know? He's been ostracized, his religion, his father, everything. And then you see a face like Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
And dude's got a face you just want to punch, too.
Yeah.
And I like Dylan Dennis, but man, he's ruffled a lot of MMA fighters the wrong way.
Yeah.
So when he's bumping his gums after Conor just tapped out, now you want to attack this guy as well. So I understand that. But when all the Dagestanis jumped in, and we're talking about serious high-level talent jumping in here, and then Dana saying that they'll never fight in the organization again, and blah, blah. At that point, I get a little deflated. I'm like, oh, this seems a little unnecessary, you know? And a lot of eyes were on the show that were just casual as well. So you don't want to have this type of
incident kind of happened. And even on the night of, I remember everyone that was here watching it, at our hosted event, they were all saying, "Oh my gosh, like this is amazing! I loved it! Like what a..." And great, it was a great spectacle. But for us who are essentially MMA purists, we're kind of like, man, like the one time that you guys come to watch a fight, this is the impression that you get of the sport. Of course, it's a blood sport. It's a violent sport, but it's not a. It's a sport that's also about discipline. Right. It's a martial arts based sport.
Which Khabib says he wants to take it back to as well.
I don't know that Khabib's going to ever be able to do that completely. I mean, the sport also is what it is. But yeah, it hurt me a bit from that perspective. To answer the question directly though, now that I'm thinking about it a bit more, I don't know that it really hurts the sport that much. Okay. Hurts in what sense? Is it going to detract people from watching the next Conor bout or Khabib bout?
For me, it's not just about the octagon itself. It's about the fans it brings into the stadium or the arena. Because even you've seen some videos floating around on the internet of all the brawls that broke out in the audience. And now if you have a family, you don't want them to bring them to an MMA event in North America. Whereas back in the day with Pride, the Japanese would sit there quietly, not cheer at all, and just clap for both competitors because they realize it's a show, like almost like a movie. And now we got fans that are throwing drinks, going crazy, and it's a little unnecessary. So even for me, when I'm going to this UFC event in Toronto at 2:30 or 2:31, I'm a little leery of the crowd because I'm like, you guys aren't like me. I'm not here to throw hands. I'm here to just watch a physical chess match.
And this is what we always talk about as well, because you and I both think that the sport is going mainstream, right?
Yes.
And so for the sport to go mainstream, certain things have to happen, like, I mean, not to get too off topic, but like a Reebok coming in and cleaning up the look of the fighters, right?
Right.
Like basically you being able to take your kids to the sport and know that, of course, this is a violent sport, but you can trust that at least you guys are going to be safe in the stands.
Yes.
And when that type of security goes away, you start wondering, well, is this good in the short term and bad in the long term?
Right.
Which might be the situation that we're looking at in this specific instance. So
listen, it was a crazy event, top to bottom. Obviously, at the top, it was craziest.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into more videos, but I want to end this one right now because this is our talk about the brawl.
Talk about this, this event, this card.
We'll get into the fights later. We'll get into Khabib's next moves, Conor next moves in a future video.
Okay.
So the white belts will stay tuned and watch that one next.
Okay, come on back then. We got time.
Right with us. We'll be right back. Oos.